Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 2024. Anybody else have a good time last night? I reached the stage where I made it to midnight. I think I hit the bed at 12:05. I wanted to say Happy New Year to my honey and good night. Adios. But here we are, 2024, day one. Welcome. Hey, we made it. We made it through 2023, all 365 days of it. So why not? I mean, seriously, think about it. Why not? If God can bring us through 365 days of 2023, why not start out the first day of 2024 with the exact same mindset that, you know what, it doesn't matter what happens to us, we will make it. And that's what we're going to be talking about today on this first TGIM. Seriously, I love what Laura Wells said, that Monday 2024 means business because it's starting on a Monday. TGIM. Thank God it's Monday, a new day, a new week, a new month, a new year. A new year. 2024 is here. And seriously, today is what you make it. It doesn't matter. It's a blank canvas, a blank sheet. I don't know if many of you guys know, I used to draw, I used to paint, I can airbrush. I used to. I don't do as much of it anymore. My daughter has actually picked it up, Janie. She's doing really well with it. But it's a blank canvas. And whenever you have a blank canvas, you really can make it whatever it is that you want. It's a blank book. You can start out, and today is going to be whatever it is that you make it out to be. Hey, welcome. Thank you for joining me. This is Johnny Juan, your playground guide for the Fun Life Coaching. You guys can't see it, but it's all powered by the Ziglar Legacy Certification Program and the foundational program of Choose to Win. I get it. Some of you have already taken down the Christmas decor, and you guys are, I want to say the Hispanic culture leaves it up till the first week in March. No, I'm just kidding. I think something about, anybody know how long the Hispanic culture, I think we just take it down whenever we're ready to take it down. Anyway, but guys, seriously, today we're just going to simply be talking about what it means, what you can get out of 2024. And towards the end, I'm going to be sharing with you my word, and it's really not a word more than it is a place. And it's going to be really awesome. And I want you to go there with me, right? You know, you guys know a lot of the stuff that Mr. Ziglar says, that we are what we are and where we are because of what's gone into our minds. We can change what we are. We can change where we are by changing what goes into our mind. And two books that I have to share with you. Number one, it's Hung by the Tongue. I think the author's name is, here, I'll get it for you really fast. It is Francis. Where did it go? I lost it. I'll find it later. Francis. The other one I'm reading right now, I'm actually on the 6th chapter. It's a little bitty book, but it talks about the tongue, a creative force. And really, both books really do talk about how what you say is what you get. What you speak, right? And that's why the Bible talks about how the power of life and death really are in the tongue. And I'm going to try to scale it down, bring it down just a little bit from my normal being standing up and getting pumped and moving and going whatnot. But really, think about it. The power of life and death are in the tongue. And what you say is what you get. That's what the book was talking about in Hung by the Tongue. Because really it talks about, even if you go look at it in the Bible, it says the Bible is a small part of the body, but it makes great boasts. And it says, consider what a great forest is set on fire by a small spark. This is talking about, in James 3, 5, and 6. The tongue also is a fire, a world of evil among the parts of the body. But you get to choose. You get to choose. You guys get to pick and see what it is that you are going to be speaking out of your mouth. Because here's what it says. If you have to go back and read it, it says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So whatever's in here is going to come out right here, but it can't get here unless it first goes in here. And in order to get to here, to your mind, it's got to go through here. So you've got to be able to filter out the negative stuff, because this world is full of negativity. Anybody know that? Anybody know how full of negativity this world is? You only have to be conscious for a little bit to hear the words that are coming out of other people's mouths. They're negative. They're declaring. I mean, they're just, you almost have to go home and wash your hands, wash your mind if it was possible, from all the negativity that's out there. And you guys get to pick. You guys get to decide. Take the good, the clean, the pure, right? Think on these things, those things which are virtuous, those things which are pure, which are good. If there be any praise, if there be any virtue, right? Think on these things. And those things, let those get down in your heart, because that's what's going to make for an awesome 2024, right? I'm going to give you, you might want to write this down. This is how to have an awesome year, okay? To have an awesome year, you have to reverse engineer. You have to reverse engineer and start with having a good morning, right? So you start with having a good morning. How do you have a good morning? You plan for it the night before. So you have a good morning, then you have a good afternoon, and then that allows you to have a good evening. That makes for a good day. Pretty simple, right? The following day, you just repeat it. And then you have that good day. Then you have a couple of good days. And you're going to have 7 days out of the week. Not every day is going to be a good day. I'm just going to go ahead and be honest with you. Not every day is going to be perfect. But as long as you can have more good days than you have bad days, that's going to make for a good week. And then you do you're catching on, right? You rinse and repeat. Then you go and you do the following week, do the exact same thing. Put a couple of good mornings together, put a couple of good afternoons together, that makes for a good day. Put a couple of good days together, that makes for a good week. Then you have it almost sounds silly, guys, but it's so simple. It's so simplistic. Don't allow other people to cause you to have a bad day. Look, that's stuff outside of your control. Don't let it happen to you, because if you put a couple of good weeks together, that makes for a good month. I wish I could tell you that every month was going to be a great month, right? Last year, we actually really did have a really good year. It was a little bit tougher than it was in 2021 and 2022, but we still had a great year. So you start to put a couple of these months together, and you're going to have a bad month, but you put enough of these good months together, it's going to make for a great year. And so 2024 starts now. 2024 starts today with you making up in your mind that says, no matter what happens, no matter what comes my way, no matter what trial, situation, circumstance, challenge, whatever negative report, whatever bad things happen to me, just know and understand that with the right mindset, and that's what we're going to be talking about today, Mindset Mood or Mindset Motivation Monday, is we're going to make sure that we put the right mindset in place so that when these bad things happen to us, you guys are going to be able to operate out of the mindset of abundance, right? This is for my friends over at H2Go. Hey, by the way, little shout out. He's challenging me to finish one of these a day. I'm down to 3 days. It was a week, now 4 days, 5 days, 4 days. Now I'm down to 3 days. Michael, over at H2O, I finished that in 3 days. So I'll be coming by tomorrow to get my fill up. So shout out to those guys. Thank you guys for joining me again. Happy New Year. Thank you guys for joining me. For those of you that are new, you remember you have those notifications right up there you can hit so that when we go live, we started this back on October 6th. I went back and looked at the notes. October 6th is when I first went live. And I've been going live every day, Monday through Friday, since October 6th. It was a 30-day challenge just to see if we could go on live. But every time we come on here to bring you some form of value, something that you can use, some type of applicable wisdom that can help you have a better day. Now, I try to keep these to about 15 minutes is what I try to keep them to, but sometimes I get carried away. Sometimes you guys come on here and you put some really good notes on there, like Dean and my buddy Sean and Christy and Mark over here. Thank you guys for joining us. Amy Jane, thank you. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys coming on here. And then every single one of you that watch these on the replay, and I like how you put that hashtag replay. That lets me know when you guys watch it. So there's people that are watching this. We get notes throughout the day. Hey, good stuff, good content. Just a little shout out. Guys, I can't tell you how much this means to me. And I really do. I really wish I could share with you some of the good, not the good stuff, the very personal stuff that gets shared with me, and how what I said or what I shared with them was very timely. And I figured as long as we're going to be on here, might as well share something of value. So, all right, here we're going to get to the meat and potato of what I wanted to share with you guys, because seriously, when you think about it, Mr. Zig Ziglar, which is the guy why we do what we do in this place in the Fun Life Coaching, he was all about that abundance mindset. His teachings aligned with the idea of cultivating a mindset of having just that. He encouraged individuals to focus on the positive thinking. He always said that the stinking thinking, right, the negative thinking, was the part that was giving people the most trouble. So you had to put in the good, the clean, the pure. You had to put in the good stuff in order to be able to get the good stuff out. And so whenever you're thinking about that and having the positive thinking, it allows you to set those clear goals. It allows you to maintain that proactiveness that you need to be able to have and to be able to set up a good, fun life. I'm telling you guys, too many people, every single one of us, you, I, me, we know everybody's going to die at some point. The sad part is that not everybody truly lives. They get so caught up in trying to earn a living that they forget to make a life. Guys, that is not what we're about. You've heard it before, balanced success. And, balanced success is kind of, it eludes a lot of people, right? I'm working, and we're going to actually go live later on this evening on my physical challenge that I'm doing for 2024. I think we're going to do it about five or six. I'll put it out there, let you guys know. If you guys want to come on this journey with me, right, there's going to be some really good incentives to be able to do it. I may do it, I may not, but the words that are going to be coming out of my mouth are going to be, I can do this, right? Matter of fact, the Bible says, I can do all things through Christ who strengtheneth me. Guys, seriously, we're going to be talking about this. And this whole thing is brought to you by this word right here, abundance. When you have that abundance mindset, everything changes, guys. When put in its proper perspective and its proper contents, that overflow and abundance, it emphasizes that power of positive attitude, that gratitude, that generosity, right? Even the Bible talks about how give, and it's going to be, I think it's in Luke 6, I believe. Give, and it's going to be given back to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Running over, guys, that is my word. That is my word. I know people get all caught up in this, what's my word for 2024? No, seriously, it's not even a word, really, right? It's a person, place, or thing. Overflow is my word. But it comes from this right here. I've been showing you this now for a month now, I guess, 3 weeks, something like that. Overflow. It's a place. Guys, what I'm going to be doing in 2024 is going above and beyond and doing more than I ever even thought possible, not only mentally, spiritually, and physically, but also in my family life, in my personal life, in my career, in my community. I'm going to step up like never before. I'm going to do it. And reason I'm doing this social media live, right? IG over here, Facebook over here. We got the recording here for you guys that watch this on the replay later on. And I upload this to my Substack. I upload it to YouTube. I upload it to different things. And we use those again. We retrofit those to get these little snippets out here. Sometimes I get on this tangent and I just go with it and I roll. And so we are able to give this information live. This stuff, I'm doing it live here, and you guys come on here, so thank you for joining me. But then we replay it later, and then we repurpose it. Who would have thunk? There's some awesome stuff coming from the Fun Life Coaching. And Fun Life, F-U-N, stands for finding your niche. Niche, if you're in East Texas. Your is spelled U-R. And life is another acrostic. It stands to live in freedom every day. How would you like that? How would you like to live in freedom every single day? Not worrying about your finances, not worrying about your enemy, not worrying about anything that's happening to you, because you've got that abundance. I can't share that. I'm going to try not to break this, but it's overflow, right? Give, and it's going to be given to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Guys, I can't stress this enough for you guys. Whenever you operate off of the mindset of abundance, all of a sudden you start to expect certain things. You start to just be looking out for opportunities. And when negative things happen to you, it's not like, oh man, why does this have to happen to me? Life doesn't happen to you. Life happens for you. Again, with the right mindset. And you want to go next level, you can say life happens because of you. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're doing in your life, your relationships, your successes, your personal fulfillment. There's so many things. And so it stresses the idea to give generously, right? The Lord loves a cheerful giver. Don't give generously and then be like, No, give it away. I think the Red Hot Chili Peppers had a really good song. Give it away, give it away, give it away. That's how you can go from Bible to hood or to worldly really fast. But give it away. Give it away. Give away your love, your time, your talent, your treasure, your things. I promise you, you will not ever outgive God. I want you to try it. Try it just for 30 days. Try it for 12 weeks. We're doing this 12-week challenge, right? Try it for 12 weeks. Try it for 30 days. Try it for a week. Give something away every single day. Bob Burg wrote a really good book, The Go-Giver. I challenge you to go read that book for 2024. The book I'm finishing up reading, it's this right here, right? The Tongue, A Creative Force. The other one I really loved reading was Hung by the Tongue. That was another really good book. But it basically talks about how we really do get what we speak, those words, those things that come out of our mouth, right? 26 letters in the alphabet. And you get to pick how you put them together. I don't know how else more plainly to put it. You get to pick how you get to order and structure those 26 letters to fit into your alphabet to be able to write your future. Because the future is just that, right? You want to be able to predict the future. How do you do that? I think somebody asked that question. Hey, Happy New Year, Bob. Bob just asked that question. We're going to use Bob for example. He asked the question, how do you predict the future? You create it. And you know what? Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and read it right out of here since I'm on that topic. I just read it. I made a highlight of it, and it said right here. Sure enough, I'm not going to find it because now I'm looking for it. It says, did you know you can believe in unbelief? Some people actually have faith in unbelief. That is what you are doing when you say, I can't do what the word, capital W, says I can do. Right? And it goes on to give you an example. It says that he that is born of God overcometh the world. You can overcome because the greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Right? And so let me see here. Oh, nope. It's over here in this. I think it's like the second. Oh, here it is. Creative power in you. Man was created in the image of God and his likeness. There was creative power that flowed out of the mouth of God, and you were created in the image of God. Then according to the scriptures and what Jesus said, you have the same ability dwelling or residing on the inside of you. Guys, you have power inside of you to create. Maybe not create a new sun, right? Let there be light. Maybe not a new sun. Maybe not a new solar system that's ever expanding. Maybe not a new earth. But you can create the world that you want to see. You can't. Matter of fact, here, I'll read one more thing and I'll leave this book alone. He said, right here at the very bottom, I highlighted it and put notes on it. He said, there are Christians that I think sometimes they have been sprinkled with fear, rolled in doubt, stuffed with unbelief, and insulated to the word of God. Don't be that person. Avail yourself. Open the word of God. I mean, I've got my phone on there, but we do daily devotions with different people. We've got the faith-driven entrepreneur course that we're doing. We've got business Christian business builders that we get together starting on Tuesday nights. We took a break for the holidays, but we're getting back together. We're helping other faith-driven entrepreneurs to help grow their business. We're doing all kinds of things, guys, to be able to help you mentally, spiritually. But that's my word. That's what we're doing. We're going to live in the overflow. The word says abundance, but the scripture we're going to be taking it out of here, I'll just go ahead and tell you. Let me pull this up again. It's Luke 6:38. Give and it will be given to you with good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Give, guys. You can't plant. You can't put stuff in the ground without getting a wonderful, bountiful harvest. And so this verse emphasizes the principle of generosity and the reciprocal, right? The reciprocity of the nature of giving. So when Jesus mentions this concept of something being running over, it symbolizes abundance and overflow. Guys, that's what we're talking about. This now, so let's tie that, right? Let's put that together to my word, to that place of overflow. So just as Jesus speaks of giving generously and receiving abundantly, our words and expressions can also follow a similar principle. Catch this. When we speak words of kindness, encouragement, positivity, we are giving generously. What does it cost you to give somebody a good compliment? A sincere compliment? What does it cost you to give somebody a smile? Right? I think it was Mr. Ziegler that said, if you see somebody without a smile, give them one of yours. And my wife, she's a phenomenal massage therapist. She actually said that it takes less muscles to smile than it is to frown. You know what that told me? There's a lot of strong faces out there. You just try to connect the edges of your mouth to your ears, right? Smile so big that you can eat a banana sideways. That's what Mr. Ziegler always said, right? Do it, guys. Just smile. It takes less effort to smile than it does to frown. Quit having such a strong face. Guys, all right, I'm going to wrap this up. That overflow in this context refers to the surplus of positive impact our words can have on others. Guys, if we consider our words a measure, right? Just as Jesus suggested in the verse, the more generously we give of positive, uplifting words, the more we can expect to receive in return. The overflow of words creates a ripple effect, influencing not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us. That's why I said my path for 2024, you guys are going to be a direct beneficiary because of it. Guys, my overflow, what I'm going to be generating, the energy that I'm going to be bringing to 2024, I hope and I pray that you come along this journey with me, that you watch it. Maybe you can't watch it live. You can always watch the recording, but I want you to benefit directly because of it. It's not about the money. The money will come. It's about the people. Serve the people. Jesus said, find a way to serve the multitude. I promise you. And I love what Rabbi Daniel Lampin said, that God is never happier with his children than when they're helping solve the problems of his other children. Guys, that's what we're doing. In essence, the idea of word overflow ties to the concept of giving generously with our expressions, knowing that the measure we will use will be measured back to us. So let our words of overflow with kindness and love and encouragement, creating that positive abundance that enriches both our lives and those lives around us. Guys, all right, I'm going to wrap this up. I've got some points and stuff that I want to share with you. We'll do those tomorrow. But seriously, guys, this word today, overflow, it's not just a word. It's a place, right? A person, place, or thing. It's a noun. Overflow. We're going to live in the overflow and the goodness of God's grace and mercy. Guys, he really did. He daily, every single day, God loads us down with benefits, right? We breathe, we open, we in him, we live, we breathe, we have. There's so much stuff, guys, that we have going for us that we oftentimes we get sidetracked and we look at what we don't have. That's where the scarcity mindset comes in. But when you start to look at what you do have, and all of a sudden you focus on what you have, and again, we look at those circles of the big circle, that the things that you can't control, and you just start focusing on the little circle of those things that you can control, all of a sudden those things that you can control don't matter, and what you can control gets so big that you don't miss any of it, guys. And that's what we're talking about. Not just abundance and overflow in our mindset, in our spiritual life, but in our businesses, in our careers, in our relationships with our community. Guys, that's what I'm about. That's what I'm about, right? Give and it will be given to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. I went over my time, but I appreciate you guys hanging with me today. Again, it's not a word, it's a place. It really is a community of overflow. So if you come around me, just know that I probably have something for you. High five me, give me a good word, give me a good thought, give me something, guys, because I'm going to give it back to you in greater measure. All right, love you guys. Y'all have a phenomenal rest of your day. We're going to go live this evening with, I think it's about 5 o'clock or 6 p.m. I'll get that nailed down together and I'll put it out there so you guys can see when we're going to go live. Or just hit the notification button. So that way when you go live, you can see it. And we're going to go on this physical transformation, because that's the transformation that I'm missing. That's the missing piece of this puzzle, because it's going to be a manifestation of everything that I've been putting into this mindset. We're going to apply it, right? You're going to be able to see it with your eyes. So now that we have the good, the clean, the pure inside, now we're going to get the outside to match what the inside is doing. So I'm going to need your help. If you see me out there with a cheeseburger or a double stacked flour taco, just slap it out of my hands, guys. All right, guys, we will see you later. Adios. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you guys. Thank you guys for coming. Michelle, thank you guys. Dean, my man, thank you guys. Appreciate you guys joining me live over here. If I can help you in any way, shape, or form, hey, DM me. Reach out to me. I'd love to sit down, have a conversation with you. You're always welcome to come by the office, right? Well, I'll call it the Cardinal Financial Studios, located at 1512 East Southeast Loop 323, right here in the booming metropolis of Tyler, Texas. Adios.